Good afternoon and welcome to Position Sizing, my take on the markets. It's Thursday, October 7, 2010, and before we begin, I caution you to invest at your own risk. I don't share in your profits, so I don't share in your losses. Today I want to talk about Terry Laundrie's long-range advanced decline T number 13 and how I interpret it. For more background information on Terry and his theories, please see his excellent free website called T13 Observations. Under Terry's rules, you start the T at the cumulative advanced decline line peak in early June 2007. This chart shows the cumulative advanced decline line on the bottom and the S&P price up at the top. You can see I've circled and drawn a vertical line through where Terry starts T13. Terry then places the center post of T13 between the November 2008 bottom and the March 2009 bottom that I've circled here in red, and so his placement of the center post would be where this vertical red line is. Panning back to the big picture, when you put the center post between the two bottoms, you project a final top date of August 26, 2010. For a more conservative approach, Terry suggests placing the center post at the first low in November of 2008, which produces a top target in mid-May 2010. Under Terry's rules, you do not use the second low in March 2009 as a center post, because that produces what he calls a nulled echo low that's liable to be many dozens of points late after the final top. In my interpretation of T13, I start the T a little later than Terry does. Do you see the divergence between the advanced decline line and the S&P in the summer of 2007? I start T13 at the midpoint of that divergence, shown here in the vertical line. Panning back to the big picture, if you do that, then using the November 2008 low as a center post produces a top in late April 2010. Using my start date and the March 2009 low as a center post produces a final top target on November 12, 2010. The November 12 top date is confirmed on the short range T's using my homemade momentum oscillator with a top to top to top methodology. So here's the chart of the momentum oscillator on the bottom and the S&P on the top. Starting with the split divergence at the late April top and using the split divergence at the early August top as a midpoint, you project a top date of November the 12th. This chart may look familiar if you're familiar with Terry's work, because he has a similar short range T constructed based on splitting the bottoms at B and C. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, same principle. We both get a projected target top in the second week of November. I'd like to also point out that the center post here in early August conforms with the Grand Cardinal Cross astrological formation that Arch Crawford alerted everyone to. That's it for today. Until next time, happy trading.